Babe, baby,
What?
can I tell you something?
Yeah, you can tell me anything.
Get mad, babe. You
Just say
promise
what
me
you
you ain't
gotta
gonna
say.
get mad?
Just say what you gotta say.
So, I've been talking to this guy, right? I mean, we ain't go out or nothing, like on no date or nothing like that. We just been talking, like conversating. And I just want to let you know because I love you and I don't want, us to end and stuff like that. And, they say what's done in the dark comes to the light. So I just wanted to let you know that me and the guy like been have a conversation and stuff like that. But I told him that I had a dude and he didn't care. Like he still wanted to like conversate.
Obviously, you didn't care neither because y'all still had a conversation. A conversation take two people. It's not a conversation if it's a one-way conversation. You saying he didn't care when you told him you had a dude. Obviously, you didn't care neither because y'all had a conversation. That requires a rapport. One person, another person, one person, another person, one person, another person. I don't get where you're going with this. I'm saying, what's your point?
Because I just want to let you know, babe, because I don't want to lose you.
You don't want to lose me, yet you consciously had a conversation with another person about what?
He was just trying to take me out, and I was like, I got a boyfriend, and he was like, okay, like I could show you this, and I could show you that, and like he was telling me what he had and stuff like that, and I was just like, I don't know, like
I know. That's a good thing, you know, 'cause at least one of us know. Uh, my thing is, like I said, a conversation requires two people. A conversation is not one person talking to another person responding, and that's pretty much it. That's not a conversation. A conversation is repertoire. It's one person talking, another person answering, that person talking, another person answering, and it's repetitive. It goes on and on and on. That's a conversation. When you say you had a conversation with a person, I ain't taking it you had one conversation with a person. This is over an ongoing period of time. And you saying you telling me because you care about me and you wanted me to know. I don't know. I don't know. I ain't gonna say we are two different people. We look at stuff two different ways, and that's okay. We don't have to be the same people, but we do got to be on the same page. I'm not having a conversation with no female, and I'm in a relationship with someone. There's nothing, absolutely nothing, that this joker had to talk to me about. Period. And I'm in a relationship with somebody else. I don't care what she got to offer. I don't care how bad she look. I don't care how much money in her bank account. It, my reputation means more to me than that. So she could offer whatever. Me personally, it wouldn't have been no conversation. It would have been shut down. That just shows that there may be some things you need to look at, like with you. The fact that you had a conversation in the first place requires that you probably think that this dude has something to offer you that you're not getting here, and that's cool. Because if maybe that's the point, maybe you're in the wrong place and you need to be in another place. And, you know, I just listen to what you. All I got to go off of is what you told me. But when I hear what you told me, I don't just hear what you told me. I also hear what you're not saying. So I don't know what you expect.
what I'm not saying.
You're not saying the real thing. You telling me the situation of how stuff unfolded. You ain't telling me the real things behind that situation unfolding. It's got to be a reason you need to entertain.
Sometimes,
It's got to be a reason you
man,
need to
sometimes
entertain.
me and you like, sometimes we don't see eye to eye.
We
And
ain't gonna
like,
see that eye. We ain't
okay,
the
and I
same people.
understand that, right, and I understand that, like, but at the same time, like, it seems like people try to know when you vulnerable. You know what I'm saying?
There
They
ain't
know
no
when
trying
you
to know.
going through stuff.
They
So
know.
then they come at you and they shoot they shot. You know what I'm saying? And you sitting there like lonely, like, oh yeah, well, you know, this and that and this and that. And you know what I'm saying? That's when it happens. But I told him like I love my man, like I do. But
Maybe we got two definitions on what love really means. I don't know what's your definition of love? Because you
babe,
saying I love my
no,
man. What's your definition of love?
no,
Yeah, there's several
you're not
definitions of
finna
love.
do me like that.
No, there's several definitions
No,
of
baby, you're
love.
not finna do me like
Like
that.
what?
That's
That's
you're
a
not finna put me on the spot like that.
I ain't
What
putting
is
you
your
on the
definition of
cause
love?
it could be
You
one of
always gotta
four.
go all like
What?
encyclopedia and shit.
No, I don't.
We ain't doing a dictionary and shit.
That's the life I live. I live one life. I can't fake like I live another one. I live one life. I live one life consistently. I live one life repetitively. I live one life come hook or crook, up or down, good or bad. I live one life. I live by one set of principles.
Babe, so
Not a whole
the
lot.
moral of the story is
What? What's the moral of the story? You
that
talk to some
that
dude.
I love you.
You can't possibly. It's a different type of love than I got for you. Then it's gotta be
What? Because you don't talk to other females.
ever. I don't even entertain
Babe,
the
this
thought.
is my first time.
It don't matter if it's the first or last. It don't matter if it's the first or 50th. I'm telling you, it's two different things. I don't do that. Period. Period. I don't see what is possibly anybody else can offer me. And it could be things, hold on, it could be things that they can offer me that you don't have. It ain't that. It's the principle I live by. My reputation as being who I am means more to me than some chick or what some chick can give me. I'm saying that's just me though. And I understand that ain't you, but I'm trying to get you there. But you got to work with me. I can't get you there if you wrestling with the process. It's a process. It's reasons, and people can say whatever they want to say. Like people always, I did some counseling, marriage counseling with people, and I noticed it was a consistent thing that people always came into the office and talked to me about when they were saying, this just happened. Nothing just happened. I've been on this earth for almost 60 years. I've learned a lot of stuff. I also learned that nothing just happens. It starts with a thought. It starts with a thought that's repetitive, and it's repetitive enough for you to act on it, and then you carry it out. People who say, oh, one thing led to another, and, before you know it, I cheated on my spouse. No, one thing didn't lead to another, and you cheated on the spouse. You cheated on the spouse long before the act ever took place. You cheated on her here first.
I didn't cheat.
Hold on. You cheated on him here first.
Babe, I
then
didn't cheat.
What you call that? A lapse in judgment?
Babe, I
What you
didn't
got?
cheat.
What
It
you-
was just
because
a
your definition-
conversation.
That's how it starts.
But we never went out.
It don't matter. You never went out. You never got
lived-
together. You never
None
slept
of
together.
that, yes.
What you think cheating is? See, because your definition of cheating and my definition of cheating is two
So you
different
saying
things.
I cheated on you? Babe, but let me tell you.
In here, yeah, you
Babe,
did.
but let me-
In here,
but
yeah,
let
you
me
did.
tell you this. Any other female, they wouldn't even come clean.
They wouldn't have to because it ain't like I wouldn't know. They ain't got to come clean. That's what having a relationship with God is all about. That's the greatest thing for me that's happening because he protects me. Even the stuff that I miss, he won't miss. He'll let me know. I've been married twice already. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. He'll let you know in advance, and he'll prepare you for when the ball drops and you already know what to do. That's the only reason I'm still the type of guy I am now. I can be any other type of person in the world. I can be the type of person I used to be. Who trying to be that? I've done that.
Okay, so where do we go from here?
It ain't no where do we go from here. It's where do you go from here. You got some stuff
We're
you
in
got
a
to work.
relationship. I'm asking you, where do we go from here? You said that I had a conversation with somebody and I cheated. So where do we go from here?
It ain't no way that we. There's no we.
We is we. What
There's
you
no
mean?
we. There's
It's
no.
me and you.
The minute you made that decision.
Oh, so
either-
it's not a we no more.
No, to have a conversation. The minute you made that decision to even engage in the conversation, you made a decision to cross the line. You've already crossed the line. The only thing left to do now is the physical act. Because in your mind and your heart, you've already
So
crossed
what,
that
you
line.
giving me the okay to do the physical
You
act?
can do what you want to do past this point. It has nothing to do with me. I'm
So,
saying
so
there's
what, you
no
breaking
we.
up with me?
You broke up with me. You broke up with me when you broke the rules. When you crossed the guidelines.
Oh, y'all, I can't take it. I'm about to get ready and get up and go home, y'all.
That ain't bad. And you know, I ain't gonna say that ain't a bad idea, but you gotta do what I'm telling you, we on two separate pages. We look at life two separate ways.
And then
We
he
live
said
our
that's
life
not
by
a
two
bad idea
separate
because
things.
I said I'm finna get up and go home. He
Because
said
if that's
not
what
a
you
bad-
need to do,
Nigga,
that's what
you
need
just
to do.
said that we not in a
You
relationship
said-
no more.
How do you figure we still is? How do you figure we still in a relationship? When you
Because
broke,
because
when
I'm
you-
being honest with you, and I'm
being
letting you
honest,
know I talk to
being
you.
honest don't change the fact that you broke the rules. Being honest don't change the fact that you crossed the line. Look, I can go to God and say, Lord, I'm sorry. I gotta confess, I've sinned. He already knows that. He already knows I'm sinning. But it doesn't change the fact that I sinned. It don't change the fact that there's consequences for it. Do he love me any less? No. Still loves me just
So
as
you
much
don't
as
love
he did
me
before.
any less?
I don't love you no less. But it don't change the fact that there's consequences for your actions.
And what's the consequences? Can I still is it still a possibility that we could be together?
Right now, who knows what the possibilities is? We can only take this step by step. We at step one. Step one is
Step one is I cheated.
you crossed the line and you disobeyed the rules and stuff like that. It is what it is. People could say that's harsh and he should be more understanding. I am more understanding. But if I'm trying to get you to a place where I need you to be at so that we can be on the same page and we can be one, I got to operate with you the same way God operates with me, the same way God operates with all of us. If I don't do that the same way, there's a disconnect there. And that's going to be a problem somewhere down the line that I ain't willing to go through. I've been through this enough to know already. I'm not a kid. I'm almost 60. And I lived this life over 25, coming up on 29, 30 years now. Yeah, it ain't personal. I told you this in the beginning when we got together, who I am, and the life I live. I told you that. So for me to not live by what I told you I live by would make me a fake. It would make me a sham. I can't do that. I'd rather, like I told you before, I probably ain't been in a relationship since my last wife. We talking years.
Okay, y'all. So, moral of the story is don't cheat. Don't talk to nobody. If you're in a relationship with somebody, don't talk. Don't talk to nobody else. Cause I didn't identify that it's cheating. I just identified that it's holding the conversation. But my man told me I cheated on him. So it wouldn't be a good idea. It would be a good idea if I get up and go home. So I'm about to get ready and go, y'all.
Moral of the story is know who you dealing with. Know who you are, but more than anything, most importantly, know who they are. Especially in a situation like this. When you got a husband or you got a wife or you got a significant other that's a believer. They live by a certain set of rules that they can't compromise in. And you need to have a conversation with them and make this clear in the beginning because they can't compromise. If it comes down to a decision they got to make between you and their faith, I'm really hoping and praying that they'll take their faith over their spouse or over their significant other. Even if you're married, I want them to take because that's what's most important. And again, the most important thing is know in the beginning. You can't just take what he tells you. You got to know for yourself so that you don't cross the line. And even if you do cross the line, we've lived long enough to know that there's consequences for our action. You may not know what the consequences is. I'm an expert in knowing what the consequences for your actions are. I suffered a lot of consequences for my actions from the time I was a kid to the point I'm at right now. And I still do when I make mistakes. It's just that I make less mistakes now. Some mistakes I don't make anymore. It's just some mistakes I just don't make. This, like here, is one of those things. I don't make these mistakes. I may make other mistakes. I don't make these mistakes. So Long story short, know who you're dealing with. I mean, really know. And that word know in Hebrew means to be intimately acquainted with. It means, it's like when you read in the Bible when it says Adam knew Eve and they bear a child. Means they were intimately acquainted with. So when you know someone, conception takes place. Something comes about. Know who you're dealing with in the beginning. Don't try to figure it out long down the line, because it'll turn out bad. Especially in this situation where you may have one person who lives a certain type of way and another person who lives another type of way. No. I can't stress that enough. No. Be intimately acquainted with that person so that you know. You ain't guessing, you ain't figuring, you ain't crossing no lines and thinking. You know. That way, if you do some stuff, you know in advance what the consequences might be. I know in advance I can make mistakes and I can confess my mistakes to God and God will forgive me. But I can't consistently live a lifestyle that shows that it's not a mistake. It's who I am. Because He ain't forgiving that. And I don't want to be the type of person that stand before God on Judgment Day just to find out that it wasn't a mistake. That's who you are. And then the consequences are what it is.
So you saying that's who I am. All right, y'all.
I'm saying you got to know. And it ain't hard. You just got to put some work into it, and you got to put some time into it. You could possibly know.
All right.
Peace. Y'all make sure y'all know, man. Check in and stuff. If y'all don't know, we answer questions or whatever. I'm going to set up a whole nother page where we can go through this. Y'all be blessed. And think before you act. Pray before you do stuff. And listen, don't just pray and act. Pray and wait for an answer before you make a move to do something that you find out God didn't sanction and it was wrong. And not only that, your mate may not sanction it either. And it may cost you some price that you wasn't willing to pay. Peace.